Okay, so let's get started with today's short recap. I ended up pretty much getting stopping at break even on my funded, but I did take EVA trade. That was a win. Either way, we'll go over my mistakes. I mean, pretty much half our win today. Uh, around that. But yeah, so let's go over my buy for today. Very obvious that in my opinion we should trade towards this daily swing point on NQ. So we really didn't have I would say for today, since Asia and London didn't really expand much on ES and like YM. Even RTY didn't really have a very obvious strong liquidity um to where it's a daily swing point or I mean YM to be fair we had this daily gap. Like my strong liquidity was gonna be this daily gap for YM, right? So that's pretty clean, but on ES, especially since I saw this range, I'm like, okay, this is pretty small. It's a pretty small range for London, Asia. We're in pretty deep retracement. So, if I did log it, ES would have been towards this 4 hour swing point. Very simple. As you can see, this is what we hit. Is this the same one? Yeah. So this would be SMT break logic towards this 4 hour swing point, not the daily swing point, because daily season, like whenever it's like seek and destroy, it doesn't really support expansion. So most of the time. Now, I mean, usually we should get PM session continuation, as opposed to like retracement here or potentially a reversal. But of course we didn't get that. So, oh, you see, as this also fails to play this high, or this should break the SMT, but I don't know why we reverse here. Might be some tweet. I don't know where. And like, yeah, this also should hit this, but we have a pretty good draw liquidity potentially for tomorrow. Like C2 into expansion here looks extremely good. Either way, so that was like trade, but again we got a pretty deep retracement, so I had to wait for 10. And yeah, I'll pretty much have to wait for 10 for me to even take this trade. What the freak? Alright, so very simple. We'll go over the first trade. So when was the weakest, right? Hits the lowest point of the day. And I see this, by the way. Is this right before 10? No, this is 10. Alright, so this is 10 AM open. I mean, my market went off. No, this, I mean, that technically that's the open because of the cap up whatever. Alright, so it opens, takes this low immediately, and then it sees these. I'm like, okay, like this is where we should go higher. Unfortunately, and this was a line. Let's go. Okay, so this is the SMT, right? This was aligned, like the 2-stage, by the way. But actually, was it afterwards? No, it was late. This, I'm pretty sure. Yep, just that's like pure skin was low, like this. It's like this. All right. Either way, so I see this as the like, okay, like this is where we should continue from. Should respect this gap. If YM is reversing, shouldn't have a pretty deep purchase, which is I think it's totally fine. But there's a reason why this traded. So this is the first CSD. I didn't take that. I took this CSD here. It resulted in a loss. I must stop at this low. This newly created a B, which got created at the same time. YM CSD higher. So kind of weird. I don't know why this happened. I'll be completely honest. I think this is probably fine. But so my liquidity, by the way, on RTY. So I didn't talk about this. So we don't really have swing point. I think we're not gonna get to this high today. Again, because it's a little bit smaller range. So at that point, I have this gap, right? So this gap right here, it didn't get inversed. We traded into it once, right? Cause a retracement. Traded into this high again, a retracement capped off by SMT. Fail. I mean, no, actually, no, my bad. Capped off by SMT, and average is reversing. So I'm assuming that we should trade above this high because we're bullish. Should trade like past this high. This high shouldn't be a reason to reverse. And so, what's the next reason we could reverse? It's either this swing point or this gap. All right. So that's where I have my 2 RTP, my RTP here. Yeah. So that's what I get here. I enter market, I'm pretty sure. It's like I get 2R here with this. So I get absolutely railed. Why does this not deliver? It's because we didn't get the 5 minute here. So there's no 5 minute gap, which is fine, right? You have this 5 minute CSD here. We didn't get this 5 minute, so I just got railed. And it's a little bit weird, I gotta say. Uh it's because we wanted to put in strand switch, I guess. I don't know. It's not really a reason. We just had a deep retracement. Like after this CSD here on YM, we just had a pretty deep retracement. And yeah, like then this got capped off by SMT strand switch with the triad, right? And we expand away. And I'm looking at this potential CSD. Also, there's no 5 minute here, but I could trust this 3 minute. Like low key, I could definitely trust it. It's not like this, I think. SMT, or it's just like, yeah. Let's see. It's a PSP here as well. No, it's like so with the current low. Yeah, it's like damn low. Or, yeah, it's like this. Yeah, can't really. Okay, there is. It's like this, right? It's a 2 stage. And this candle right here closes bearish. So PSP. This candle closes bullish. Now, why did I use the 50 minute here? I usually don't do. We get this SMT by the way. Within the triad, and that's the reason we go high. So I use 50 minute here. It's just because like I am pairing this with a 4-hour swing point on RTY, right? So this is already a swing point. This 4-hour here. You remove drawings. I'll hide it. Like we sweep this low, close back above. This is already a swing point. So I am trading away from a 4-hour swing point, right? I don't really need like a 50 minute swing point. I mean, we actually get it here, as you can see. Like we hit this low, or can't really see it. We sweep this low. This is a swing point here. So this is just a deep retracement, which is literally where I got stopped out. But that's fine. Right, so I get stopped out. What are the wrong gears? I actually shorted. Like I think I shorted here. So I shorted this gap. I was like, okay, like if we're gonna have like a deep retracement like this, we're probably gonna re-hit this low. And at that point, like this SMT is invalidated. But this is where I'm wrong. So I shorted this and I closed this once we inverse this. So half-hour loss today. All right. I was like, okay, dude, like this is not still, we still haven't invalidated. Like I saw this CSD here. My bad. This SMT strength switch. I saw this 5 minute CSD. I'm like, oh, bad. I'm logging this. Right? I didn't log YM because it's at the lowest point of the range. Is it like this? I think it's like this. Okay. So I didn't log this really, but would have been valid as well. Right. I just like this stronger asset, and I wait for this CSD, which actually doesn't happen, which is so, like it's like so weird. I was looking at the markers contract, which does happen, so I entered here. Okay, must up antibodies, and just to get to wherever this high. You could probably execute the RR where you did something like this. I think this like you could, yeah, you could have definitely done something like this where we should inverse these gaps, right? Very simple. Yeah, like if we inverse these two, like this gap is not gonna hold. Like shouldn't really. So you can get to R like this, by the way. So like same trade idea, even though I entered here, which technically it's an invalid entry. I would have entered probably here in this gap a little bit, something like this. Or by the way, you can trade the continuation, which would have been like this, or pretty much the same to R. Yeah, there's like you can get to R this side. This would have literally been the same entry. I mean, same trade entry, just like the continuation. Which should hold right until we hit like before we hit this the current high of the day. This should not reverse, right? We haven't hit, so like this OB should hold. You can probably get the retest as well. You literally can get 3R here. If you wait it, again, I entered here. I don't really care about stop loss size. I just get 2R with my drawn liquidity. So there's that, yeah. So I mean, half-hour win, I guess today, and this would have been valid. So, yep, this would have been valid as well. By the way, yeah. But I wanted to take RTY as the strongest. Why the frick not? And yep. So that's my trade for these are executions, right? I long their market, got stopped at this low, shorted like I run here, and I closed it once we inverse this gap. And I re-entered whatever there is like 2R here. So yeah, half-hour win, pretty much. And then I took another trade on. We'll try it. This was pretty clean. It was a little bit low into the range. We still hadn't taken out previous days low on any of these assets, by the way. So it was. Let's go here. So here we had the SMT. Check this SMT here. It's PSP. Right here, it's PSP with RB, pretty sure. All right. And the SMT is with freaking asset was it? Is it like this? Wait, no. Am I tripping, boss? Hold on, let me pause this. I mean, I don't know what I'm tripping. Like we did take out this high. It was like SMT PSP, right? So I didn't trade the reversal. That's like pretty early. I also didn't like the lower time frame signature here. I was eyeing it. I was like, okay, like this could definitely be it. Yeah. I didn't like these fairy swings. Like this CSD here is not V shape. And these fairy swings here takes a little bit. Right? I technically this like Yasa, so I'll have to look at this, but even here, right? I remember it being pretty sluggish, right? Kind of looks like lower time frame consolidation. Once we expand away like this, I'm like, okay, this is like the high is gonna be. It has to be high there, right? I don't know why it does this, but so well, I have to wait for potentially. Where are we? What is send me? I hate when Trigger does this. It sends you back like for no reason. So when you get this, right here, you still have this low right here, and look at this. Right, this is like so close as well. We get, which again, it is low into range, but with SMT field, right? I think it's even I forgot hourly, so skin is also PSP, on HO, right? So technically, this would have been the better asset to take, to pre-stage low because we have PSP and a second stage. Well, you can trade like pretty much every single asset if they're reversing. And I couldn't get my risk right for this trade. It would be like over risking. So I had to take here, which is still fine. If IRS is reversing, like it's still like totally fine. So I get this. Look at this V shape. Look at this V shape, right? Right after that, it's like this. So my entry was around here. It wasn't the retest exact. I think it's a little bit lower. I needed to R with this. So yeah, it was a little bit lower, something like this. Again, or click on the retest. It was like a 3-minute gap. Was it? Yeah, it was like a this 3-minute gap. There it is. It's like that. And I mean, very clean. I won't break it at the current low of the day because we should just flush here. And we do. This was actually like extremely clean trade. Yep. If you're greedy, like you wanted more profit. Again, I couldn't get my risk. Otherwise, like this would have been the better trade right here. Right. ATP, you can take profit. Like technically, yeah. Well, I mean, we should go for this low. We should break the SMT at this point, right? We had like a two-stage crack at the high of the day. We expand away, right? This is 12, right? It's also 12. I didn't mention that. This is literally 12 a.m. open, like 12 p.m. It opens high, right? Caps all by SMT, V-shape CSD, gaps, right? Yeah, this is literally as clean as you can get. As I said, it's a little bit low into range on this asset to where it would have been better to trade these. Either RB or HO. One of the two, low-key. Like, I mean, this was lagging asset, so I'll say HO. But yeah, I mean, it would have been literally the same trade idea. So this was very clean. And I gotta show execution here. There's trade away more. And yeah, close it here. It's slow. All right, so that's gonna be it.